podcast. We got some good stuff to talk about today. Uh, Government corruption.
Awesome.
We got Epstein again. Uh, Epstein's not going away anytime soon. Uh, but big question that I have is, what's the holdup? Why not just release the files? We got the Ukrainian um, what a couple minister of energy were found in corruption, upwards of 100 million. We're going to talk about what the consequences should be. Um, I'm a little bit harsh on what the consequences should be, but yeah, man, what do you want to start with? Oh, and we have our co-host Gumby, so we might be looking at bringing some additional sp speak guest speakers as well to discuss some interesting topics in the short term future. So yeah, man, take it away.
Yeah, well, let's start with Ukraine. Two things with Ukraine. We had a recent bombing in Kiev that killed 6 people. So,
Pretty big attack
very
last night.
unfortunate turn of
Yeah,
events. Yeah, very sad to hear. I'm sorry people died. Yeah, on that, I mean, death is not good, even though I'm like on the side of I'm not on the side of Russia. Don't let me get there, but I'm on the side of non-intervention. Like, we don't need to get involved in this war. That's besides the point. We've been over that. Don't need to relitigate that for now. Now we have the recent scandal within some top executives in the Ukrainian government. Very unfortunate turn of events. We talked about this before we started the podcast that it's basically a very bad PR. I mean, we Ukraine needs support from the EU and from the alliance within their neighboring countries. So it's hard to push it politically when you have internal disruptions within your own government. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. As it comes to the punishment, yeah, I mean, in a time like this, it's a very. I mean, you have to kind of consider the time. I mean, it's different if you get in $100 million scandal when there's no war, no need for big support worldwide. But this is like, why are we doing this while there's a war? Why are we taking the risk to get a little bit more shekels from to take in for ourselves in a time of war where we need the support from all of our allies? So I
yeah,
understand that perspective.
yeah. I think that yeah. I mean, you pretty much hit it all. But I mean, on an international PR side, this looks terrible. I mean, the Russians already, attacking all energy infrastructure, all electrical grids, just so the Ukrainians would have a miserable winter time. But you know, I would be less, feeling bad if it's the Ministry of, I don't know, something else other than the Ministry of Energy that
Hmm.
got into this corruption scandal. But of course, Ukraine is known for its corruption uh, at its apex, at the highest level. Um, I mean, within all these people are within um, all these people are within like the Zelensky's cabinet. You
Yeah.
left and right, and Zelensky's hands is pretty much tied. And now the international partners are looking at Zelensky like, okay, what are you going to do about it? Um,
Hmm.
what is the consequence for these individuals? So going back, in my opinion, and I think that the Ukrainian, policy and consequences is not harsh enough. Um, e e during the time of peace, and during the time of war, because all of these is still going on. It's been going on for decades now. It's now, with the corruption agency that are running around, and I think that just shows there's a disconnect within, the government agencies and the political party within Zelensky. My in I've, discussed this with my wife numerous occasions, is that, and she's not even surprised anymore at this point, But from that fact is there is not there needs to be a level of accountability and consequence harsh enough to steer, people away from this. That's part of the one of the, if Ukraine ever wants to, you know, remotely think about joining EU, they need to pull the leash on corruption a lot harder than it is. So, uh, I think during a time of war, uh, either capital punishment or lifetime uh, prison sentence would be I think that would be suffice, especially with big of a scandal as this one is. During time of peace, it depends on the involvement, depends on the amount, but and which government or departments is affected. But I would say that there definitely needs to be a level equivalent to to the crime, or consequence equivalent to the crime, because I mean obviously people can buy their way through consequences by I'm sure some of the Ukrainian police or military were also benefited from these corruption and therefore being bought. Um, but yeah, I mean that's not to say we don't have our own scandal in government. I'm not saying every government has its own level of corruption, which brings us to the United States. So let's hit on
Yeah,
let's
we
the
have
elef the
the
elephant in the room.
Epstein. Yeah, we see the Epstein files being talked about a lot by even both sides of the parties in the United States. So we got I mean, before the presidency, we got Democrats attacking Republicans and the Republic office that, hey, the Epstein files need to come up. Hey, they need to come out. They need to come out. And we have the Trump support, the Trump sect. I mean, we're not talking about Republicans. We're talking about specifically Trump supporters. And that happens to be a wide, like the majority of the Republican base right now. But we're talking about diehard Trumpists, or even now turning their backs. Well, not turning their backs, but they're being like, "Hey, wait, we do need to see this. It does need to come out. Why are you being so suspicious with this
Well,
behavior? Because you ran on the campaign
you
that you would
exactly.
release these files
Yeah.
once you got into presidency, and it's kind of bullshit because I mean." Trump was in presidency when these Epstein files were out, and then it rolled over into the Democratic presidency with Biden in there. So both sides are. It's bad for both sides. That's why they're not releasing it. But now you see that it's
True.
being re-voted on, and both part. We got 100 Republicans voting on um, this bill to get, or sorry, to get whatever they're voting on.
To
They're
get the
voting
bill
to
to get passed.
to
Yeah.
get the files released. Yeah, they're all voting to get the files
So
released. About a
here's
hundred of the
a
Republicans in the House and Senate are voting
here's an
now on the
interesting
side of releasing it.
here's an interesting timeline. So the whole thing happened within what I believe 2019, 2020 at the end
Yeah,
of Trump administration,
yeah. Well, he died
right?
when he got arrested. He
He,
came back from Paris,
yeah.
and
Mhm.
then he was in the States, and they
And
arrested him, and then searched his house,
Biden didn't do anything
and
with
they had
that, so
yeah.
Trump came into office again, 2024, and everything pretty much resurfaced. But going back to, or not going back, I have a
Well, he got
suspicious,
arrested while Trump was in his first presidency, so it
yeah,
was 2019. Hadn't
2019,
quite
yeah.
rolled over to Biden, so he could have
Well, yeah,
just
but
as easily released.
Biden had all of the, but why didn't Biden release
Oh
it?
yeah, Biden.
So,
Yeah, Trump had them too, though. I'm pretty sure Trump at that point. I mean, the case wasn't completely closed, but I mean, Epstein had killed himself. Not sure if he did or didn't, but it's something to speculate
I
about for
mean,
sure. I mean,
potentially
dead men tell no tales. I'm
it could be
stealing
an,
that line, but that's why they killed it.
I mean, it could be another one of those, I don't know, 50 years down the line, we're gonna find out, similar to like, um,
Mhm.
JFK assassination, MLK. and all of that, we might never see the real reason in our life, or in
Well,
Trump's lifetime.
yeah, we might never because Trump's been in presidency for what about almost a year now. I mean, the
Almost a year,
election was a
almost a
year
year.
ago from
Hmm.
now, so January, so about 2 months, less than a year. How much have the files been tampered with from the original? I'm guaranteed a lot of the more convicting things within the files are tossed out or non-existent anymore. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's going to be a watered down version when they come out, but I'm guessing the stuff
If
that's
it ever
there is
does
still
come
going to be.
out, but
Well, they're voting on it now, and it's going to go in favor of it coming out.
I whatever they think, the American people think they're voting on it, I think it's just
Mm.
a washed. Uh, I doubt. So going back to the interesting timeline that I wanted to share, and I actually have a suspicion why why the shutdown was so long. So through the entire duration, since I believe since the first week of the government shutdown, there was a individual that was supposed to
We got a
be
conspiracy theory here. We got
there
our
was
tinfoil hats on.
we do there was somebody that was supposed to be put. She, you were ready. There's somebody supposed to be sworn in into office, and she was the last vote needed to
Mm.
push the Senate's vote.
Mm.
Um, Let me see if I can find her name. Um,
I heard a theory on the. I heard another theory, so I'll let you go through yours. I'm not sure which one I. There's. I think there's three lines now. You have the well
Oops.
with including the one you're creating. So
Yeah,
we have your line, then we have the line of they're trying to make sure that they get Medicaid because people need Medicaid and that's so important and it's going to help the American lives. And then you have the theory that the Democrats were literally just trying to make a statement. It had nothing to do with the bill.
could be,
It had
could be.
everything to do with the fact that they were just trying to make a statement to the Republicans that they aren't going to, no matter what's in the bill, that they're going to oppose what they're
It was
getting the
out to get them.
legislation
It was
through.
out to get Trump, pretty much. So you're saying could be, could be. I think,
Mm.
I think I
That's a theory
saw,
I've been hearing. I'm not.
I
I
saw
mean, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson,
Mike Johnson.
he mentioned that theory. So
It's, I don't know. I
that
don't know if I
that
would
could be.
agree. I don't know if I would agree with that, because the
Yeah.
Republicans know the entire time what this. Well, obviously, one, the Republicans wouldn't fold on the medical bill for the illegal immigrations, and that's been a strong, that's been a strong point, a stronghold for the Democrats.
Mhm.
Sure, you could argue that that there were personal motivation to vote against Trump
Mm.
for political
Well,
reasons,
not
or
even
score
Trump. I
political
don't even
points,
think it's like that specific. I think it's more widely
just against
just the
Republicans, just in general.
just the Republican Party, just to be like defiant, like
Could
little
be
teenagers protesting
just a
their
little
adults. It's
jab at
like
them, little jab.
their parents. Yeah, it seems very. In that sense, I do think it's a little bit childish, and I think it's. I mean, thinking at it from that perspective kind of makes me think that it was more of. I'm not sure where I'm at on it, to be honest. I'm not sure if it's literally they believe that hey, this shouldn't go through. Um, Probably they do believe that, but is it worth shutting down the government for it? I don't think it was worth it for them because I don't think it. I mean, where did it go? Where did the PR go to? Where did the media go to? Was there more media, bad media publicity towards Republicans or Democrats on this one?
You're going to hear from both sides, but obviously it's going to be the
Yeah.
Democrats saying that you know, they're they're essentially pushing this 1.5 trillion-ish dollar for the illegal immigrants. They're putting air traffic controllers, obviously this is Republican talking points. They're essentially saying that they don't care about the veterans. They don't care about, paying them. They don't care about the hungry people, the SNAP. They don't care about the,
Mm.
the flights being canceled, the air traffic controller. Obviously, they blame all that on the the Democrat side, and the Democrats doesn't really have a whole lot of talking points other than, hey, we just want this to be passed through. And of course,
Yeah.
they, vice versa. They blame the Republicans for the same thing. So let me share
Yeah.
this really quick. Um, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. This one here. So this is her. I'm
Oh.
sure if this works here. Yeah. So this is her name. Republican Adelita.
Adelita Grijavel.
Yeah.
Javal.
I don't know
Javal.
what
I
that
don't know.
is, but I don't know why is this covering?
Freaking ad loading.
Yeah, I think my ad blocker is trying
There
to
we go.
block it, but yep. So essentially, this is the last vote that needed
Yeah.
for the Epstein file release. So 50
Well,
days, 50 days. Do you think, I don't know if that's right, but obviously the government wasn't working, so they're saying that
mhm.
she could be sworn in even if the house was shut down. But after 50 days of waiting, she finally got sworn in, and I think this
Mhm.
was one of the talking points, was that the whole reason why she wasn't being sworn in, and the Republicans was holding out on on opening the government, was because they didn't want her. They want to postpone her as long as possible. So
Yeah, who
Speaker,
is this girl?
I think either her dad, I think her dad passed away and she took over that position.
Like
Um,
she won the vote too. Like it wasn't.
Let me see.
She had to
Sworn
have won a
in.
public vote to be
I don't
sworn
know.
in as a U.S.
I
representative.
don't know what her. Um,
Yeah, she probably won her district votes. I'm guessing. I'm guessing they didn't just elect her like they did Kamala Harris to win the
oops.
Democratic rep. So I'm guessing they probably voted her for her district.
Yeah,
If they
could be.
didn't, that would be
What?
not unconstitutional
Can I
because the
not copy
people
this?
have to vote for U.S. reps. So she probably got voted. But Adelita, where's she from? She's like
Arizona looks like, yeah, Arizona.
what in the last 10 years? Where
Oh,
is she
oh,
born?
oh, like ethnically.
No, where I mean, was she born here?
She was born
Is
in Tucson.
native?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Who came to the
So
United
this is
States
her
to vote?
dad.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so her dad was the House of Representative from 2003 of Arizona in
Oh, they're trying to get
2003.
their cousins in. I see.
It's not a cousin. This is her
That's why
dad.
they're a
This is her
Democrat.
dad.
No, I'm saying, I'm just saying.
Oh,
That's
oh,
why.
oh, oh.
That's why their lineage is trying to get
Yeah,
all their
yeah, yeah.
family members in.
Where is he born though?
That's why they're Democrats. Well, this is in Arizona. Arizona is a swing state, right? So I mean,
Arizona is, yeah,
this is a crucial position.
Mexico. She's Mexican ethnically,
Yeah,
but yeah. So he passed away, and then she won the
yeah.
district
District 5. Yeah.
in a special election to succeed,
Wait,
defeating
can
defeating the
let's
nominee Daniel Gutierrez.
let's read some of the comments while we have him up here. He's been commenting a
Oh,
bunch.
where's
You want me to read them or you want
yeah,
me?
go for it.
Okay, bet. He says the files are going to be released. The Senate has the votes. So yeah, that's what I was saying. They have the votes. It's uncontestable at this point. They have such
No,
a
it's such overwhelming.
yeah, they have such an overwhelming majority that it'll the files will come out. Whether they all come out or not, I'm not sure what it was in, but I'm sure that what they have will come out and what's been tampered with. I mean, obviously, it's
I
we
think
can't
I think the
do anything
files
with that.
being released is not even going to matter. Yeah, I think I actually do agree with you that the files been uh been in the hands for too long, and who knows
Who knows
what's
what they've done with it?
what
I
they
mean,
done
at
with
this
it.
point, Trump's been trying to push it down since he got into presidency. What he campaigned on, it's just like I was a Trumper. I voted for Trump in 2020 and in 2024. And
Yeah,
if I was a, I mean, and if I was of age in 2016, I would have voted for him. But obviously, I wasn't. But yeah,
let's look at some of the emails that recently came out.
yeah.
Um,
Should I finish his messages?
yeah, yeah, go
Let me
for
go
it.
through real quick. Well, we are now supplying the weapons, and the EU is paying. Right? Is the EU
NATO,
paying? I think we're
NATO,
still.
NATO, NATO, NATO's paying. The U.S.
I
is not
think we're
sending.
still.
The U.S. is
We're
not
not paying
sending
for anything right now.
zero.
I know they wouldn't. I know they want our Tomahawk missiles, and we haven't been giving them those.
No, I don't think we should. But
But
I,
yeah,
I mean, I
American
personally
doesn't
don't think we should.
have. The American doesn't prosecute high level corruption either. Yeah, we don't. We don't. There's a lot. I mean, basically all of the House and all of Congress is corrupt. So it's like, I mean, some maybe aren't, but that's the like exception to the rule. It's like we incentivize these people to become representatives of us, but there's so much more incentives for them to become rich rather than represent us in the
Right,
way we
right,
want them to.
right.
They're coming out through the question is whether people believe them or whether the conspiracy continues. Yeah. Me personally, we hide the JFK files for 70 years, so the Epstein files aren't high on my list of priorities. Yeah, what do you think about the? What do you think is going to come out in those JFK files? I mean, they released a little bit of them, right?
They're never going to release the full
Yeah,
file with anything with JFK, MLK, and you can argue this. You can say the Senate passed for them for Trump and his administration to release all the files. That's obviously
yeah,
uh, not going to happen with anything that's the government has a hold. I don't think that would ever come. But I think that with I don't know. I'm trying to understand the reason why they're withholding information
because I
for
think
the
one of the
better of
reason is
Americans to
Trump is very prideful. I mean, we see it in his recent speech at Charlie Kirk's memorial. That when I think Erica Kirk says something like, "I forgive you." You know, Jesus tells us even to love our enemies, and then Trump comes like
forgive
succeeds her and then
forgive
says,
who? Forgive
"I
who?
hate my enemies." The killer. I mean, that's what
Oh,
she says.
oh,
Erica
oh,
Kirk
oh.
says
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she'll forgive
Type, yeah.
what's his name, Tyler
Tyler Robinson
Robinson. So yeah,
or BB.
she forgives him, but
Anyways,
yeah, and then he's like, no, I hate my enemies, and like, okay.
yeah.
Well, which I see that perspective. I mean, it's an unchristian perspective, but
Well,
I
in
think
in
he
the heat
doesn't
of the
mean it in a
moment, in the
way.
heat of the moment, it's, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
your emotions takes over, but
yeah, and
that's
I
not
don't
to
think
say
Erica was completely genuine when she said that.
I
She
don't.
was doing the right thing as a Christian to
I
say
mean,
what it is. I mean,
you could correlate. I personally don't think Trump is prideful of his like what legacy lineage that
dude, that's
that
pretty off.
dude, he's 81 years old, 80 something like that. I
He
just don't.
comes from a family of billionaires. He has a lot of weight on his shoulder to continue the legacy and pass it down. I mean, why has his child been so indoctrinated into into the presidential life?
Yeah,
I think it's because he wants he's very proud of his son Barron and wants, whether that's overly prideful or not. I think it maybe is a little bit, of course, but that, I mean, I mean, we all have our own vices. So
it's.
I'm not going to,
I mean, okay. Do you think Trump is involved heavily?
in the Epstein files.
Yeah, not in the Epstein,
Um,
not only in the Epstein files. Do you think he's done
the
things?
deep state.
No, done things,
Done what things?
done things on the island.
No, I think he's implicated, and I think he's protecting other billionaires. I don't think he specifically went over there and then fondled kids. I don't. That's out of character. Uh, I don't think that's true. I think he might be involved. It's like it's kind of like I'll give the analogy of like, I mean, maybe some of the audience won't understand if they watch the video afterwards, but it's like I was involved in the leadership where most of the leaders were corrupt inside of Battle Nations, but I
Yeah,
wasn't myself cheating the game or hacking the game. And I wasn't, I got some free stuff
you
on the
got
side,
dragged
but
through
I
the
thought that
mud
was
for it.
something.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's like that might happen to him, So it might, in order to keep his name safe, he might uh protect that protect the
I
documents from coming out as
I
he has.
well, so here's the question, right? You can, and this all of this is after the fact.
Mhm.
What I want to know is he had all of this already. He knows
Mhm.
everything. I think. I think he knows everything.
Oh yeah.
One, he
Oh
ran
yeah.
on the campaign. One of his focus on the campaign, his presidential campaign was the files. And two, everybody, all of
It's very
the
bad look.
everybody around him, Trump's cabinet, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, FBI director, all of these
Weird guy.
people have already, even JD Vance, the vice president, you know, pri prior
Dan
to
Bongino is now, you see some
everybody.
of these guys before. So Dan
Everybody's
Bongino was
such a
very
strong
critical.
advocate for release the
Uh-huh.
files. Everybody needs to release the
They
files.
were. Cash
Jay,
Patel isn't now.
well,
And
everybody
they
isn't now. Everybody isn't now. Everybody thinks it's a
now they're in.
hoax. Everybody thinks
Yeah,
it's
now
a
they're in the presidency. They're like, oh, there's nothing in there.
there's nothing.
Dan
Hmm.
Bongino on his Rumble podcast would say, there is no way that he killed himself. There's no way that he didn't kill himself. He gets into
If
gets into the
everybody has
gets into
a,
the cabinet and he's like, nah, there's nothing. Nah, guys, don't worry. There's nothing in there. There's
see,
nothing to see in there.
that's what I'm curious about. I
If there's
almost don't even
nothing
care.
in there, throw out the files. Let's see them. Am I right? Like what if there's nothing in there? There's nothing to do with national security. Why don't we put out those files and see what's going on? Because some billionaires are implicated. They're in the CP
I
industry.
don't think it's billionaire though. I don't think it's the, no,
I
I
think
think
Bill
it's
Gates
a,
is definitely involved. I
sure.
think Bill
I
Gates
mean,
is definitely involved.
I don't think it's, I mean,
Mark
sure, you could
Zuckerberg
have
probably not.
billionaires involved.
Yeah.
Elon, I don't know if Elon's ever involved in that.
No, Elon's not. He criticized him right away. He's like,
Oh, true,
you
true,
remember
true.
when he was doing the
He
Doge
did his
stem and then left the
Twitter.
Doge stem, and he was like,
Oh my God.
Trump's in the
Drops in the,
files.
dude, that was funny. I mean, for
Yeah.
Elon to say that publicly, that's goated. But no,
No,
okay.
there
So
was a very damning
my
emotional reaction from him,
my
unfortunately.
everything kind of adds, not really adds up, but everything kind of points in a direction for me, on a very conspiracy direction of
Conspiratorial.
conspiratorial direction. Is like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I don't think he's not, I think he's protecting an entity, not only, the billionaires, the
You think
rich.
he's protecting Israel?
I don't think, not only Israel. I don't think only Israel.
Okay.
I, uh, could be Israel, could be
Hmm.
people of Israel.
I mean,
I I
Jeffrey
think
Epstein himself has had relations with Bibi Netanyahu, and he's in a his he I think he had Israeli citizenship and he's Jewish himself, obviously by
I
his
wanna
last name. It's
I wanna show
obviously
you
Jewish.
something that I saw a little bit ago.
Ian Daugherty said, "I'm still critical of him. Like I hate the big beautiful bill because of the increased spending." I mean, here's the thing about the spending: it's not going down during for the Democrats or the Republicans. They both spend very frivolously and very carelessly, and have no intention of lowering the debt. Which at this point, I mean, can we do anything about the debt? I mean, the interest is really bad on the debt. It's like almost $1 trillion.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, there's not, dude. It's bad. I don't know what we can really do for it. I mean, we have the only way we would really do anything is if we literally cut down Social Security and Medicaid. And I mean, people. What are we supposed to tell people that they've worked their whole lives and they were promised Social Security, and now once they're on their last foot to get Social Security, now we're lowering what they get. And
I'm
it's a
not.
very hard thing to do. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but it's when you give somebody an expectation and you don't deliver on it. I see the understanding for it.
I think
I see the perspective from it.
the big beautiful bill, whatever you want to call it. I think it there's pros and cons to both sides. I don't think there's always going to be a one size fits all. Obviously, we have, I'm quoting the Trump administration, the biggest tax cuts this past and pulling fundings from Doge programs that Elon did, uh, pulling back USAID, um, pulling back the green new energy, you know, I mean, I agree with some of those plans. I really do. I think that um, that whole carbon
You
emission,
like
the
the IF?
whole
You like the idea of digital ID?
what did you how did you even come, huh? Where did this come from?
No,
You
I'm
did,
just at, no, because I was thinking you were talking about real ID, and I was like, Apple's introducing a digital ID.
no, no.
What do you
Oh,
think
oh,
about that?
oh,
Sorry,
digital
sorry.
ID.
I, it just made me
No,
think about it, like right when you were talking about that.
no, we'll hit that here later.
Ron
But
Paul's penny plan. Ron Paul, libertarian,
Ron
nice guy.
Paul, yeah,
You know who
yeah,
says good things about him? Dave Smith talks about him a lot. He's, I haven't read any of Ron Paul stuff. Doctor Ron Paul, my bad. But yeah, I heard he's pretty good.
yeah,
But yeah, you want to go over these messages, or
yeah,
what do you want to
yeah,
hit
yeah, yeah.
next?
Let's read them. Let's read them here. Actually, I wanted to show you. Uh, there was a message that I found, but let's read through these. Okay, so there, from what I've heard, there's 23,000 emails that were released. I could be wrong, but
Yep, 20. Yep, that's right.
it was, holy crap. I
Either
I don't
12,000
even
or 23.
remember,
That's
huh?
yeah. It's either
Anyways,
12,000 or 23,000. I
in
forgot.
in the upwards of tens of thousands.
Yeah. I mean, it's up there.
So we got from Jeffrey to Ghislaine Maxwell. I want you to realize so this is the big email that you
Uh huh.
that everybody's been seeing plastered around.
Mm-hmm.
So these spaces are redacted, so they're not intentional. They're intentional spaces. I want you to realize that dog hasn't been barked is Trump. So and so redacted. It's so what I think these redacted are like to protect the victims. So and so spend with so and so hours at my house with him being Trump. He has never
Yeah.
been once been mentioned. So and
And that was right before, that was a year right before Epstein got arrested or
yeah.
was initially prosecuted by his state. First of all, his first court case was a federal, like, or sorry, not a federal, a state account where they attacked him.
Who's
And I mean,
who's
go
that?
ahead.
Who's Sultan bin Sulayem?
I don't know these. I don't know who these
That
guys are.
sounds
Probably some of the.
he sounds important. Uh,
Yeah, Sultan. Yeah.
Sulayem. He sounds like the Prince of Saudi or something.
Yeah, who is that?
Uh,
That's a good question. Sultan bin Laden.
Sultan bin Sulayem
Have
is
to
an Emirati former blah 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 executive.
CEO of DP World.
Okay, so he's just another billionaire,
UAE. Yeah. Another. Yeah.
something like that. Some rich prince out in
He's
UAE.
a billionaire in Dubai. He's a Dubai
Yeah, of course he
billionaire, like
is.
for you. Yeah.
But okay, so
Interesting.
he said, never heard of him. Donald is close to no one. He talks to many people. He tells each one something different. This was 2018 too. Okay, this was
uh-huh.
barely. Uh, he wrote, "Do you
Right
know
before he
him?
got arrested for the second time.
Do you know him? I heard he's so close to Trump." Who is he referring to? I'm not sure what.
Do you know him? I heard he is so close to Trump.
Never heard of
I'm not
him.
sure.
Okay. Michael Wolff. I've heard that. Isn't he? I forgot what he is. Isn't he a journalist? There's an opportunity to come forward this week and talk about Trump in such a way that could garner your great sympathy and help
He's a
help finish
journalist.
him. He's a journalist. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interested? Okay. So there's almost like sounds like a
That's
blackmail
too
going on already.
Epstein. Yeah. Wait, there's an opportunity to come forward this week and talk about Trump in such a way that can garner you great sympathy and help finish him. Interested and help finish him.
Yeah.
Opportunity to come forward this week. So he's talking, okay, such a way that could garner you great. Yeah, because 2016, what was he going through? And yeah, I'd have to know the timeline on him. What was he going through in 2016?
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that's being said. But I mean, essentially these, okay, this one's the big one, but essentially this one
Mhm.
kind of puts Trump and a victim, in close proximity. So whatever, whatever you want to think.
Yeah, and I want to give some sympathy or some empathy here. I want to give him a tree branch and say maybe he was with somebody on the island. Maybe he
Hmm.
didn't know the operations that were going on,
Hmm.
and he just wanted to see a girl. As what do you want to do when you become a billionaire? You want to have a lot of women. You want to be in big social circles with lots of money. And I mean, that's the kind of guy Trump has been historically. So it makes sense that he probably has a lot of mistresses. Like, I mean, a lot of the presidents do. I mean, what was his name? Bill Clinton had like
Clinton's,
backdoor
Clinton's, yeah.
mistresses. Yeah. So it's a very popular thing, especially in the top ends of life, the very pinnacle of life. So
Yep. I'm trying to
whether it's
find.
immoral or not, I mean, I mean, it's not legally legislated. I mean, you can have mistresses while you're in a marriage. So
I mean, obviously it doesn't look great PR wise, but
yeah, it looks bad that way. Yeah. But it's not. There's nothing legally like it's like telling women to get in the kitchen. It's not like I mean, there can't be. Wait, what was it saying? There's no legal problem with that, but they just don't like hearing it. There you go.
so this is here. Let me share this part here.
The bill
So
cuts every department by 6% each year. Oh, how do you feel, Ian? How do you feel about Warren Buffett's plan on the debt problem and the problem within Congress? He proposes that if the debt rises by 3% during your candidate or during your representative term, you're after that you don't have an opportunity for reelection if the debt raises by 3% over the time of your tenure, then you can't be in the reelection process. Have you heard that from Warren Buffett at all?
I have not, no.
Yeah, Warren Buffett's like, I'll solve the debt problem right away. We just won't allow politicians to be able for reelection if they don't if the debt rises by 3% during their term.
Yeah, I don't know.
Warren Buffett's a genius, so I mean, I'm sure let's do
He's,
it, Warren
well,
Buffett.
he's a
And he's a
genius as far as economics and
yeah, he's like economic genius. Well, he's a economic prophet, I would say.
yeah.
And we have some prophets in Congress right now. You know what I'm saying? We got some really good some that outperform Congress outperforms Warren Buffett by like double. They
Yeah,
double Warren Buffett's returns.
yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised,
I
but
wonder why that is. I wonder why that is.
rich people, rich get richer. Huh.
No, it's because they have insider information. These fucks
Oh, I'm
in
sure.
Congress.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What were you gonna show us?
Okay, so this is let's see if I can scroll up here. So this is one of my conspiracy theory
Uh huh.
is that the Russians are implicated in this.
Oh,
Which is why I think Trump is very careful on how he
why would
approach with Russia, um, when it comes to
why would he
Ukraine,
care if the Russians are
because it's a
involved?
collateral. Because if we release the files, the Russians gonna release what the Trump doesn't release, essentially.
Oh, I see.
I think that it's so how I see it, it's a mutual destruction.
Uh
Um,
huh.
we bring them down, they bring us down. So Trump
Let's
tried
do it.
to
Let's blow the whole system
yeah,
up.
not only we have nuclear mutual destruction, but we have
Well, not. I was talking
political.
figuratively,
Oh no, I'm
not
ready. I'm
literally.
ready. Take me away. So Epstein tried to reach Sergei Lavrov. So Sergei Lavrov is the Russian foreign minister. He's pretty much like the second or third person in charge of Russia to give insights on Trump email reviews. And if I scroll down a little bit, Trump tried to reach Sergei Lavrov to give insights on Trump email review. So this is
Epstein tried to reach surgery. Yeah.
Epstein tried to reach Sergei Lavrov. So it's pretty much
Oh.
saying like, hey, if you if you want to under so from this is what I understand. If you want to understand Trump, if you want to reach Trump, I know his points. I know his maybe it could be weakness, it could be, you know, get a hold of him, whatever it is.
Mm.
It's pretty much like this here, here are five bullet points on what you need to, what you need to be able to get Trump's attention is kind of what I gather from this. So
Are you sure? I think it means that they have. I mean, it says insights on Trump, so I'm guessing maybe some damning information against him. I think it's part of the
that's
blackmail.
yes, part of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Um,
Can
but
you press that
the
article?
yeah, yeah.
Can
I
we do that?
think I actually pulled it up here. So should I present? Is it this one? Yeah. So Epstein tried to reach Sergei Lavrov to give
Tried to, but
insights. Tried email reveals. So I don't know what. I think
if he
there's
was
more
successful or
to it,
not.
more to
Yeah.
it than that. But
The late
uh,
sex, the
try,
dead. They always like to use these. They always like to use these euphemisms. The late sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein tried to connect with top Russian diplomat through Thorbjorn Jagland, the
uh-huh.
former Secretary General of the Council of Europe, according to one of the hundreds of emails released by Congress. The congressional investigations on Thursday. Yeah, that was done
Yesterday, yeah,
on Thursday.
that
Yesterday,
was
yeah.
yesterday.
The emails were obtained after Democratic subpoena of Epstein estate and contained years of interaction with Russian officials and others close to Trump. I mean, yeah, these guys do a lot of
Oh, so
foreign
this
business.
is the email. This is the email right here.
Foreign business is disgusting.
This is the
I mean,
email.
it's good. It's good, but it's bad.
So this
It's
is
good for globalism, bad for nationalism.
nationalism. So this is
Yeah.
Jeffrey's email to this whoever that is.
Yeah. Where is
What
it?
is he? The former Secretary General of the Council of Europe. I don't even know what that
Bjorn
is.
Jagland. Yeah.
He sounds Nordic, but I think you might suggest to Putin that Lavrov can get
Slavic.
insights. That's not Slavic. That's not Slavic.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Okay. There's a lot
Um,
of Slavs and
no,
a lot of
that's
Slavic
definitely
people.
a Nordic-ish name.
Yeah. 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 No, you're right. You're right.
I think you might suggest to Putin that Lavrov can get insights on Trump by talking to me. Epstein wrote in an email to him, thank you for a lovely evening. I'll come to UN high level week. Replied. The Jagland replied. It is
Uh-huh.
unclear if they follow up on the conversation in a
Thank you for
similar.
the lovely evening that he supplied through his women. I'm sort of allegedly.
Oh,
No,
so I want to know more about the
oh
Turkin.
yeah, it was reply Jaglan in a cryptic email.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
cryptic
literally the
email.
cryptic. I'm uncryptifying it for you, but that's it. Hey, thank you, Epstein, for delivering all these beautiful young women to me. I
Uh-huh.
appreciate it.
Epstein also indicated that he talked with former Russian ambassador to the UN. Okay, yeah. This is what I mean, man. There's a lot of Russian higher ups involved in this. Before
There's a lot
Turkin
of
died,
globalism going on. There's a
before
lot of
before
globalism going
Turkin
on.
died in 2017, Turkin was great. Epstein wrote he understood Trump after our conversations. It is not complex. He must be seen to get something. It's that simple. Norwegian, okay, don't
Yeah,
care,
some head.
don't care. So he is
Yeah,
Norwegian, so
yes,
Nordic, yeah.
from
Uh,
Norway. Yeah, that makes sense.
the
I mean,
email was
Norway's
just weeks ahead of
off
Helsinki.
the
Uh-huh.
northern west coast.
So this email from Epstein to Jacqueline was just weeks ahead of Helsinki uh, summit in July 2018 to discuss
Mm.
situations in Syria and Ukraine. One, Epstein criticized Trump's approach to dealing with Putin in an email to former Treasury. Okay, whatever. Uh, Epstein's referred to Trump's acceptance of Putin's denial of oh man, we're going back to the Russian hoax. Epstein was later, of course, arrested in 2019 and died in a prison in Manhattan, awaiting a witness trial.
he was killed in
Oh
prison
yeah, and then of
during
course
Trump's
we got
presidency.
Caroline
We
Leavitt
got this
speaking.
Caroline Leavitt,
Oh boy, it's
White
nothing.
House
Nothing's
press
going on.
secretary,
Nothing's
that's
happening.
dating a 60-year-old man. Now, I'm not going to say that's wrong. I'm just saying it raises an eyebrow. I mean, as an older guy, I'd probably want a nice, beautiful girl like Caroline Leavitt, but
Absolutely
you know,
nothing. She
how did
says,
she get her position though? How did she get her position in the White House secretary? She's a
yeah.
young, beautiful woman. These girls kind of
Oh
suck your blood at the
man.
top.
Yeah. Yeah. So what?
What did she
So
say?
Caroline said
Trump
it on
accused Democrats
Wednesday.
of.
These emails prove nothing, and
Uh-huh.
Trump
Of
and
course.
that Trump
That's what
accused
they're
Democrats
telling
of
her to say.
trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again. So yeah,
I mean, they've been successful, and I'm down to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, initially, I was like, yeah, there's no evidence on it. I mean, Trump's been getting out. I mean, when you prosecute this guy so much and nothing comes to light, I mean, at this point, it's cheaper to pay them off. Like, I don't want to hear you, no more lawsuits. Let me just pay the fine and get on with it. I don't think because just because he pays the fines or pays the whatever
he's
fees,
hiding.
that
Dude,
doesn't mean
there's
he's. I
something
mean, yeah, there's.
more to it. There's something more to it than just that. There's no
Oh yeah,
way.
no, I agree, but a lot of the accusations are bullshit, though. I think,
Yeah. I mean,
especially that one. What was that one old lady that keeps accusing him that's been paid off before
oh,
twice? I mean,
the stripper, you mean?
no, not her. There's another. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the porn star.
Yeah.
Her name starts with an M. Marilyn Monroe. No, that's
Marilyn
not.
Monroe. Just kidding.
No,
Don't dox me,
she's
YouTube.
bad. No, I'm kidding.
Don't dox me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, what do we want to get into next? We have some a little bit more time here. What other
Uh,
topics do we have?
let's see. I actually had it pulled up here.
We can talk about the
Um,
digital ID from Apple, but I don't think you've read that yet.
no, I haven't read
Apple's
that. No.
introducing a digital ID where you connect your.
Oh, I mean,
They
I mean,
basically want to
we can
collect all your
obviously we can
information.
hit on UK. What UK is doing with UK just came out with their digital ID.
Uh-huh.
My okay. A lot of people.
Through the government? Through government digital ID?
No, for all of UK. UK is saying that if you want to work
Uh-huh.
in the UK, you must be registered through a digital ID.
Mm,
I think a lot of
mm,
people tied digital ID potentially to like the biblical mark of the beast as a stepping stone. It could be a Neuralink,
oh,
a lot of that. I and it could be some sort of a mass surveillance program established by the Americans, the British to spy on citizens, to spy on
mm,
each other. I personally think it's stupid decision to push for. I
mm,
mean, even the real ID that we have in the United States for just to travel domestically,
mm,
that you would require a real ID because your driver's license, as of I believe as of early this year, is not sufficient enough to travel domestically in the United States. And I mean, obviously, there's
the real ID?
the real ID. It went into
That's
effect.
not good enough.
The real ID is
Oh,
now. That's the new
oh,
ID
but
that
the
went into
old,
effect.
oh,
Your driver's license is
I see
not
what you're saying.
enough because
Yeah, you have to have a real ID.
practi uh,
Yeah.
uh, prior to this year, I mean,
Hmm.
your ID was enough to go anywhere, to board a
Yeah.
plane domestically. But now they changed that. You need a little star on your driver's license to be able to fly.
Right.
Um, and of course, there's already people who are like, oh, you're just trying to get my medical information, my
Hmm.
DNA, my biometrics, so you can, keep tabs on me and, you know, sell my personal medical information to
Hmm.
all these big pharmas, and these big pharmas can do their, research and give me medicine that I don't need, whatever the reason
Hmm.
is. But obviously, I don't.
I'm not really sure on my position on this. I really haven't looked into it too much. I just thought it was interesting to talk about because I hear some things about, hey, they're gonna steal all our information and blah blah
Your
blah blah blah.
information is,
And I'm
if they
like,
want it, they can already have it. It's
and I understand that argument because like our information is delegated by states now. I mean, these aren't your ID isn't a federal ID. We don't have federal IDs. I mean, this information isn't accessible nationally. It's just through your state. So I understand
yeah.
that making it a real ID and putting it online is like then everybody could potentially have access to. I understand the argument like on the tech side.
So
There's lots of data breaks.
so
I
in
mean,
Ukraine,
apparently,
they have this system already, and it's called a DIA. So essentially, every
mhm,
time, your passport, your ID, your birth certificate, your driver's license, your
mhm,
utility bill, all of that information, like your residence record are all on this one application. You can, of course, you
yeah,
can argue for the sake of cybersecurity. Obviously,
yeah.
if
I mean, well,
my
these companies are getting better and better at doctoring
information,
emotions and
yeah, yeah.
informations and directing the information to keep us on their platforms longer and longer. So
I mean, it's not
I can see
only
the argument.
my yeah, my view is more on
They
like
develop like these complex algorithms
it
that
does
are
doesn't really matter. Nothing is proof. I mean, if my birth certificate is a hard copy, it's pretty hard to get a copy of it, right? But if my
mhm,
information is stored in an application by the government or stored somewhere else, on an application on a third party, yeah, and it gets hacked. That looks pretty bad.
mhm,
You make identity theft a whole lot easier. Um,
mhm.
but I don't. I mean, the Ukrainians, it's been this way for some time, and obviously they don't think much of it. Um, I mean, same,
Yeah.
similar to China. I mean,
I
of
guess
course,
some of the
China takes to the
Americans
next level.
because we come from I mean our history is like literally coming from an oppressive tyranny like from Britain. So I get it's a bit different in some other countries, but we literally come from an overextending government that literally oppressed their citizens. So this is kind of where America is government. I mean, where does it coming from? It's like where does it go after? They can do they want to act? I mean, the government has. I mean, it came out from what's his name, the defector that went to Russia, and what's his name?
I don't know.
What's he was in the CIA. He was in
Oh, Edward Snowden.
Edward Snowden. Yeah, Edward Snowden came out and he was a whistleblower and told us that the U.S. government is not spying not
Oh,
only on other nations
I
but
did my senior
our nation.
project. I did my senior project on this. Um,
Yeah, Snow's a good guy, you know. Well, no, no, let me not say he's a good guy. Let me let me fuck.
FBI,
No, no,
get
no.
him. DOD, get him.
Wait, stop watching me. No, no, no. It was good to know that they're doing that, and like now I'll literally put this on my camera, and it'll be like I'll hide it like this now because I'm like, are they
It
watching me?
What he did was right. How he did it was wrong.
Uh, yeah, I mean, here's the thing: you get back into a corner when you have no power like him, and there's like, what else can you do? I don't know. I don't know what. Like, I'd have to think about it more complicated than
It's a very
that. I'm
complicated
just thinking about
okay,
surface.
here there was
Yeah,
a
because there's
there was an
levels to it.
interview.
National security, and then he was literally going to other countries
There
to get
was a
asylum, and by means of giving information to some of these other
so
countries.
if I break this
Yeah.
into a little bit more, expand this a little bit more on,
Uh-huh.
on domestic surveillance versus international surveillance. There was a recent,
I'd rather have. Why? Let's just have international surveillance.
oh,
Not.
well,
But
which
it's like
does happen.
completely
There
contrary.
is.
It's completely contrary to our constitution because there are some rights within the Constitution that we considered unalienable. Not that means that they're not prescribed just to U.S. citizen. That they're that literally everybody existing gets them unless they oppress others. So it's like, are we if we are going against our own constitution by going to other countries, and this is a part of the problem too. It's like it's
Well,
us going in and involving ourselves in other foreign affairs. I mean, I get that we have to compete, but this is like we're cheating. It's like when they go into our
I
Battle
of
Nations
course.
discords and then get all our information.
Well, you can make the argument and say that we spy on
Everybody cheats
others.
though, so it's like
Everybody's
it's
spying for national interest, right? You
yeah.
can say
China,
we
what?
spy on. Well, here's the other thing. So there was a recent interview between Tucker and the Texas not Te is it Texas?
Ted Cruz?
Ted
Ted
Cruz. Thank
Cruz?
you. What is who
Hmm.
what state
He's
is
a
he out of?
senator, Ted Cruz.
Is he
Texas
Texas?
senator.
Okay. Yeah, Ted
Yeah.
Cruz. And Tucker essentially asked him, like, hey, do you know that Israel is spying on the United States? And Ted was like, yeah, and we spy on them too. And and so,
That's
and
I hate that argument. That's a terrible argument.
it's not a bad argument though,
It's a bad argument because they're a
because
less developed civilization. There's reasons that we only we're the policemen. We're it's not them. They can't be spying on our citizens to get information.
okay. They're they're spying on us obviously isn't
Because of
a
the
it's not a
nation that
known
we
issue.
are.
It's not a known issue that Israel
Mhm.
is spying on the Americans. It's obviously you can argue that they're not. Um,
They are.
I but who is to say that Israel is not spying on the United States for their national interest or national security, or
They
that
are, but
China,
who cares about their national? They
or you
are,
can
but who cares about their national?
we do. Fortunately,
Oh yeah, we do.
unfortunately,
Yeah, no, no. And I'm saying more like, I mean, it's a new. I mean, a
we
lot of
do a
new
lot
new.
actually, but
Well, actually, half of our country doesn't. Democrats, I mean, hate the position that Israel is taking right now against Gazans.
one
It's like we're moving farther and farther away from this. I mean, we kind of are, kind of aren't. Basically, everybody in Congress supports Israel, so it's like, no, we aren't. But the populace, more generally, is moving away from support for Israel.
everybody now is like saying that is I think that that narrative is slowly changing.
Uh-huh.
Um, I mean, even my personal narrative for supporting Israel is slowly changing, uh, by the
Mhm.
day.
Well,
And go
I
ahead.
heard a recent argument on this. I was like, uh, that so Israel, there's a new bill proposed. Oh well, this is well, it's on topic, but there's a new bill proposed that
Ian,
was reintroduced to give.
Ian, how's our volume? I have a buddy saying that he can't hear it very well. Mic check.
Let me see.
I might have to change my or increase my. I mean, my mic is already maxed, but Ian, how's the volume going through? The US has the best tech spying. Isn't that big of a problem? I'm not saying that the US has a problem with spying on other country. I mean, one of the arguments that Tucker Carlson made with Ted Cruz was, you know, how do you feel? Uh, how do you feel that Israel is spying on us openly, essentially, openly spying on the US?
Mm.
And of course, obviously, we as Americans don't like any of that. We don't we don't um, we don't like anybody else intrude.
Ian says he hears us fine,
Okay.
so you're good. So yeah,
Um,
go ahead, keep going.
and
There's another
and
message we can get to after you're done.
we don't we don't like other people kind of uh, in our own backyard or in our own house as much as even though we do it we do it to other people. Um, but yeah, that's kind of all I got. So
Yeah, I just don't like this argument because then it extends to even underdeveloped countries like African countries. It's like these civilizations have no development, so it's like they shouldn't be trusted with advanced technology. And that's another thing. The U.S. has the best tech. Spying isn't that big of a problem. That's why it's a problem because they're going to spy and get access to our tech and then develop it in their country. They're stealing our ideas.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like that's kind of why we need to worry about them.
Pulling
We won't
pulling the
care if they're spying
Chinese.
on freaking. Yeah, we won't care if they're spying on like Poland or I mean what other small countries. We don't care. The fact that they're spying on us is a problem though because they are I mean, we're involved in this war, but I don't like what's going on in the war. So I think they're being heavy-handed on their response to October 7th. I mean, we've been over that, but yeah. What else? Oh, I was going to talk about. There's this new bill being proposed in Congress that is going to give Israel $4 billion a year for the next 20 years.
Well, then,
Are you?
okay.
Aren't you so excited for that? Aren't you so excited for that? That's amazing, right?
And you wonder why we're $38 trillion in debt? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's another argument been made recently that's like we keep giving them money, and now they're going to be dependent on us.
Israel is already dependent on us.
Well, once they advance themselves, they'll be even dependent on us. Once they have a profiting society, they'll be depending on us.
I don't
And
think
what does that mean?
Israel.
When they're dependent on us, we can dictate terms.
We already do, but other than Epstein, anyways. I
We kind of get the short end of the stick right now, but
We get short end of the
we don't.
stick because the lawmakers have this soft take for Israel. Okay, I'll lay the groundwork,
I don't
and
really
we might
think.
need to
Here's
push
the
this
thing.
into the
I
next
get this
podcast.
argument.
But
I don't think they actually have a soft. I think they just use that as a PR talking point.
could be,
I don't
could
think
be,
these
could be.
politicians
But I
are
also
as empathetic as they propose to be.
but I also don't want the
But
Iranians with nukes, and I don't like
yeah,
the Iranians with I don't like the idea of Iranian proxies doing whatever they want
hey,
around
but
the regions.
What happened? What happened though? All of us should have nukes.
I don't
What
mind with
happened
that.
to all of us
I
should
don't
have
mind.
nukes?
I don't mind.
Oh, but the Iranians shouldn't have nukes.
The I It's the intentions. No,
Oh,
uh,
so
well, I mean, obviously the Israelis have nukes, but has
what? How
it
do you know that? Come on. BB says they don't have
the
nukes.
BB says okay, they don't. You're right. Misinformation. Israel
No, they got nukes.
Iranian propaganda. I'm sorry. Uh, Iraqi propaganda. No, I mean, you have to. The whole purpose why this might sound terrible. I think the whole purpose
Do it.
of Israel, or not Israel, the Iranians' like existence is to destroy Israel. So they're gonna find whatever reason they
Israel or
can.
Jewish people?
Jewish people, ethnic
Jewish people.
cleansing, ethnic cleansing. Um,
Well, they
eh,
don't. They don't want. Well, maybe they. I mean, they want. They're on the globalist mindset now. They want
who, the
global
Iranians or the
Islamism.
Israelis?
Well, Islam in general. I mean, they want globalism. I mean,
Well, it's not even.
Muslim.
It's not globalism. It's. I think
It
it's
is
part of.
because
Oh,
they
okay,
keep
okay, yeah.
extending their.
It's part
How
of
many
their.
nations do they need?
It's part of
How many
it's
countries do
part of
they
their
need?
holy book. Is hey, Gummy, will you convert? No, bang,
Fuck no. But
bang.
so a
You
lot of
know,
people would be different. A
well,
lot of people
it's
would
what
be different and
it's
say,
what they do. But
well,
um,
people are on the fence. If they have a gun to their head, I mean, and they're not highly religious, yes, yes, master, yes, master.
yes, 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 Allah,
I am
I
Muslim,
worship
yes,
you.
master.
Yeah. There was a speaking of what was funny was Asmongold. He's a big political commentator, but Asmongold came
Yeah.
out and he recently did a video on or he did a reaction video on why the Crusades was a good thing.
Yeah,
So
actually, a lot of people have said that. A lot
if
of
you have
people find
time
that argument.
for anyone that's watching this, go and watch Asmon. It's a pretty interesting
Was
take.
It's because he's heavily anti-Muslim ideology,
I don't
as a lot
who
of people
Asmon
are. Yeah, isn't
as
he? That's what. Sorry, that was.
I
I
don't
don't
know if
know that,
he's
but that would
anti-Muslim
be my assumption.
ideology. I'm not
Mhm.
anti-Muslim ideology.
You're not anti-Muslim ideology?
I'm not anti-Muslim idea. Well, what do you mean by anti-Muslim? Do I disagree with their lifestyle? Um, I
No,
mean,
not their. Well, yeah, yeah, their
the
lifestyle and
I mean,
ideology.
yeah,
Yeah,
but their ideology is extremist. Extremist. Do I am I
not
I'm
all of them.
also anti
Just the
and
general ideology of Muslims, like women have to wear burqas,
sure, yeah.
Sharia
Well,
law.
me as an American, I don't dictate what a country's do with their regulation though.
Yeah, no, and I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying that maybe there shouldn't be some outreach to the American country like there is in Dearborn, Michigan. I mean,
Um,
have you seen Dearborn, Michigan? They're literally
no,
instituting Sharia law.
yeah, but I'm also okay. The equivalent side, I'm also anti-extremist Christian ideologies, if you want to put it that way, right? I mean,
What are the extremist Christian ideologies you're against?
I gotta think. Probably like Israel, Holy Land. That the Jew. Oh, well, maybe that might be a
One one extremist thing that people like to put against Christian is that the Christians shouldn't be able to legislate morality. What do you think about that?
shouldn't be able to legislate like separation of church and state.
Yeah. Well, no, because we're not making the church the state, but we're
Or
saying that
you
we can't
technically are if
legislate
you
our.
are, or if
No,
the
we're
church is let.
legislating our ideology. The church isn't. There's no establishment doing it.
Oh,
It's
oh, oh,
individuals who
oh, oh,
run
oh.
through the system and then find that abortion maybe is immoral.
Yeah. I'm. It's complicated.
It's
This
true
is
that some.
complicated.
It's true that abortion stems from the fact that we have souls, but a scientific science backs it up as well. That what do you think about abortion?
I think it's wrong. I think you're
Maybe
murdering.
that's
I think you're
maybe
murdering.
that yeah
You're murdering people.
yeah.
But sorry for all the feminists and all the people who support. Uh, I mean, that's obviously for me. That's a heavily non-negotiable. Not even from a
Hmm.
biblical
Hmm.
perspective, but even scientifically speaking, um,
Yeah.
you are committing murder. Actually, fun fact,
Hmm.
I'm the result of an adoption. Uh, so it works.
Yeah, would have never been.
I don't know my biological parents. So here I am, semi-successful, kind of, sort of, not really. Um,
Not really. You're a nobody.
I'm a nobody, but hey,
Okay,
I'm
but
alive. I'm kind of contributing to society
and we're
in a
glad
way.
you're here. We're glad you're here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some would
yeah,
say
yeah.
otherwise, but anyways, we're we're gonna wrap it up.
Like your adopted parents.
Like my daughter.
Sheesh. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Don't
kidding.
make fun of me. But yeah, we're gonna
Okay, you want to read them? You want to read the last comments and then we'll
ask.
close it.
Uh,
If
Most
there's any
Muslim
questions,
countries
comments.
kick out extremists, but we accept them. Yeah, same. I mean, yeah,
True.
all of them. I think.
The
Uh,
Palestinians usually reject Hamas as well.
I
My
mean,
dad's
you
Muslim.
look at like countries like Egypt, UAE, Qatar, places like that. Yeah, of course they reject all
Yeah,
of them
very
because
civilized societies. Yeah.
well, I don't know. Well, extremists. I mean, obviously, extremists is going to go out and I don't think it's only extremist. I don't think it's only extremist because you look at countries like Europe. They're not,
Hmm.
I wouldn't even call those people extremists. I just called them illegal immigrants, Muslim
Yeah.
immigrants. Um,
Right. Yeah.
and I would say most Muslim countries doesn't accept Muslim immigrants, period, regardless of their extremism, because you don't really know how extremist they are, their ideologies, without, a suicide bomber strap vest strapped to them, or
Hmm.
9/11 2.0 was a hoax. But anyways, um, yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. We'll wrap it up.
But
Um, yeah, thanks for watching, whoever is watching. I'll probably upload this later today. Make sure you like the video, Ian. Yeah, and share it to all your friends. We need more people talking. Um, like, subscribe, follow all the YouTube stuff because I got families to feed and we got families to
Yep.
feed. So